Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
First off, I want to say I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. This truly is the start of the most wonderful time of the year, which is why it's unfortunate that I have to start off this time of year by calling out morons. So Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was released this week, and please go check out my review if you haven't already. But sometimes after I review a movie, I'll go on social media or on YouTube and kind of try to get the pulse of what everyone else is saying about the movie. Not because it affects my opinion one way or another, it's usually just because I enjoy healthy conversation, sometimes even with people who I don't necessarily agree with.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Listen, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Unless their opinion is so fucking stupid that you start to question whether or not this person is capable of thinking for themselves or not. And that's what I encountered after watching this movie. To be clear, this type of reaction isn't unique to this film. This is actually pretty common of any big name franchise. People come out of the woodworks to try to make excuses for these types of movies. Why? People get emotionally invested in the property, and this causes them to not be able to see it for what it actually is. So this user on Twitter called Movie Guy stated, quote, "The movie is good. It's made for hardcore Resident Evil fans." Now I'll explain in a moment why that's bullshit, but let me continue. He goes on to say, in response to someone posting their link to their review that was less than favorable, quote, "I'll pass. I only trust reviews for fans of the games. This is made for us hardcore fans." You fucking idiot. First off, I can already tell this is the type of weak-minded person who will probably unsubscribe from your YouTube channel just because you don't like a movie that he likes. These people will ignore all the time and effort that goes into being a content creator just because they got their feelings hurt. Soft.
S-O-F-T, soft!
But as far as his claim that this movie was made for hardcore fans of the Resident Evil franchise, my response to that would be this movie was made for people with low standards. It's people like this is why we can't have nice things. People who are blissfully accepting of mediocrity. He's a fan, I get it, but when you allow your fandom to cloud your judgment this much, that you, one, can't recognize a piece of shit when you see it, and two, you feel the need to approach everyone who doesn't like the movie and tell them you don't agree with them or you're not watching their videos because they aren't hardcore fans and they just don't understand.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Yes, it's very hard to understand the intricacies of the Resident Evil movies. Bullshit. People like this are the real problem with modern cinema. You can blame Hollywood's lack of effort all you want till you're blue in the face, but the reality is that people like this allow this shit to happen. People who are satisfied with some set pieces or some Easter eggs that happen to remind them of moments in the game. But they completely overlook all the flaws in the movie, which there are a lot of.
No shit.
This movie was not made for hardcore fans, because hardcore fans know that Leon and Jill aren't as useless as they are portrayed in this film. Because hardcore fans know that Claire should have been portrayed as the every woman and not some super soldier. Hardcore fans know that you can't take two iconic games and just smash them together into one story, just so you can maximize your game references. It's lazy and it's uninspiring.
That's right, it stinks!
Take this into consideration. The writers and directors of this movie said they wanted to take this franchise back to its roots. And after all that talk, this was the best movie that they could come up with. Let that sink in. How low of an opinion do they have of the Resident Evil franchise when the best thing that they could muster up for this adaptation was a straight-to-DVD quality movie, with the acting and writing to match? But this is for hardcore fans, right?
This is whack! I can't get jiggy with this shit!
No, this movie, like many movies that are made these days, was created just to capitalize on a name brand, with complete disregard for why people actually like it to begin with. They spun all this bullshit about taking it back to basics and how fans are going to be happy because they knew that was everyone's biggest complaint about the Mila Jovovich movies, and they suckered people into buying into it. Resident Evil 2 was a pivotal game in my childhood. I actually watched another person do a complete playthrough of that game, simply because it was so cinematic and so engaging that it actually appealed to me on a pure entertainment level.
That makes sense.
And this was a video game in 1998, with better storytelling than a Hollywood production in 2021. This movie fucking sucks. And I'm sorry, if you go around singing its praises and acting like this is the best thing to happen to Resident Evil in a long time, then you might be part of the problem. Movie criticism is subjective, yes. But there are also certain instances where you just can't escape it. Things are just bad. And you are doing yourself and other fans a disservice by pretending like these problems don't exist.
Fuck me, right?
I say this all the time, but you get better movies by talking with your wallet, and by not consuming everything that's thrown in your direction. If you like the movie, fine. By all means, go watch it on repeat for all I care. But don't try to gatekeep and say that only real fans will like it. I consider myself a real fan. I grew up on the games that this movie is referencing, and I'm here to tell you, this is the exact opposite of what I want from a Resident Evil film.
Anybody care about what I want?
I do.
Shut up. Get out.
The original Resident Evil starring Mila Jovovich looks like Citizen Kane next to this piece of shit. Because at least that movie dared to be its own thing, and it didn't shit all over what came before. At least not initially. It did go south after that movie, but the point is this. Let's not act like this movie is way better than any of the other Resident Evil movies we've gotten up until this point. Because you need more than some character names and some recognizable locations to satisfy this fan. So let me know what you thought about all this in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Right on.